For our second day in São Miguel, the weather isn't ideal. But that won't stop us from continuing our exploration of the island. As long as it doesn't rain, we remain optimistic, even though we know it won't last. Our itinerary will take us from the old Pico Vermelho mill, a remnant of the island's industrial history, to the natural pools of Santo António, formed by volcanic rocks. On the way, we will stop at the Fonte Grande Mirador to admire its panoramic views. Some surprises await us, such as the discovery of banana plantations, a fruit which thrives in the Azores thanks to the archipelago's subtropical climate. We will also stroll through the pretty cobbled streets of Ribeira Grande, the second largest city on the island, shifting between brisk moments to dodge the showers and reflective breaks. When the weather allows, we'll encounter a blend of sun, rain and fog. This typical Azorean weather variety will allow us to explore new facets of São Miguel. Today, we are traveling along the northwest coast of the island. Our first stop is at Pico Vermelho, a small village home to an old windmill. Built in the 19th century, this mill was once the beating heart of the local economy, highlighting the importance of agriculture in the history of São Miguel. Although it's no longer operational today, it remains a symbol of the island's cultural heritage. We then make a quick stop in the village of Remédios, whose name means remedies in Portuguese, perhaps referring to the healing properties attributed to the region's thermal waters. Our route then leads us to the Fonte Grande Mirador, one of the many spectacular viewpoints that dot the Azores, and particularly São Miguel, is our next stop. These lookouts offer unique perspectives on the island's varied geography. The sky is overcast, but this doesn't diminish the beauty of the landscapes. After all, the authenticity of travel also lies in experiencing the local weather conditions. One sure thing is that you can't have good weather every day. The air is cool today. The weather is gloomy, but the landscapes are splendid. We realize that without this frequent rain, the lush greenery that characterize São Miguel wouldn't exist. We take out our cameras, trying to capture the vastness and majesty of this panorama, knowing that no photo can truly do justice to this moment. The low clouds, light mist, and intense green hues create an almost mystical atmosphere, typical of the Azores. Our adventure continues to Santo António, where the famous natural pools await us. These basins, formed by volcanic rocks, could have offered us a wonderful swimming experience with the Atlantic Ocean as a backdrop. On the way to the center of Santo António, we delve into the inland. After a few meters, we find ourselves facing a banana field, a nice surprise in the Azorean landscape. given the strong winds that often sweep the archipelago. The plantations are strategically located in sheltered areas. Banana cultivation is a tradition in the Azores, especially in São Miguel, where the mild and humid climate is ideal for these tropical fruits. These bananas are smaller and sweeter than those we usually know. They are a specific variety called Banana dos Azores. It has been protected by a protected geographical indication since 2018, highlighting its cultural and economic importance for the archipelago. As we walk between the rows of banana trees, we observe a bunch of them at different stages of maturity. This cultivation contributes to the agricultural diversity of the island alongside the tea and pineapple plantations, for which São Miguel is also known. The sky gradually darkens, and we take advantage of our time in the town to visit its church. It's a result of the expansion of an original temple dating back to 1543. The church reflects the rich religious history of the island and the influence of the Baroque style in Azorean architecture. After leaving Santo Antonio, we head to Ribeira Grande, the second largest city in São Miguel, known for its historic architecture and black volcanic sand beaches. And of course, we have rain, an almost unavoidable element of the island's climate. We decide to walk along the coast before heading to the city center. On the way, we discover seaside pools, which this time are not natural. These facilities offer a safe alternative to swimming in the sometimes tumultuous ocean. Ribeira Grande has a lovely historic center with houses, churches, and monuments from the 17th and 18th centuries, providing interesting examples of traditional Azorean architecture. It lives up to its name, since Ribeira Grande means Great River in Portuguese, referring to the river that runs through it. We start our exploration in the historic downtown. Our first stop is the Matrice Church, an imposing 16th century building. Its Baroque-style facade and richly decorated interior reflect the historical and cultural importance of the city. Strolling through the cobbled streets, we discover charming squares. Our walk then leads us to the 16th century bridge that spans the river, giving the city its name. This historic bridge is an excellent photo vantage point. We finish our visit at the municipal park. Its well-maintained gardens offer a pleasant moment of relaxation, forming a green contrast with the surrounding architecture. The city is also famous for its surf spot on Santa Barbara Beach, considered one of the best in Europe. Its black sand is characteristic of volcanic beaches. We stop at the Tukatula Beach Bar, a perfect place to warm up and watch the raging ocean. With the rain still present, we decide to visit different points on the island to do some scouting, stopping between raindrops when possible, to discover a few places. This flexible approach allows us to maximize our exploration despite the whims of the weather. It's not raining everywhere on the island, which highlights the microclimatic diversity of São Miguel. We decide to cross the island and head towards the Furnas lake, famous for its thermal waters and fumaroles. No rain here, but fog. This phenomenon, common in this area, adds a mysterious atmosphere to the landscape. Walking along the trail by the lake, we catch sight of the Nossa, Senhora das Vitórias church, a charming little neo-Gothic church located on the lake shore. Built in the late 19th century by José do Canto, a wealthy landowner and botanist, in memory of his wife. It offers a striking contrast to the surrounding natural landscape. The church visit requires an entrance fee and can be done alongside a visit to the adjoining botanical garden. Although we don't visit it today due to the weather, it remains a must-see for botany enthusiasts. We now head towards Vila Franca do Campo, the former capital of São Miguel, before an earthquake destroyed it in 1522. This coastal town, rich in history, offers a fascinating glimpse into the island's past and its resilience against the forces of nature. About 1 kilometer from the coast is Vila Franca Islet, a fascinating small volcanic island. Although the weather prevents us from fully enjoying it today, we promise to return in a future episode to show you the magnificent views of this natural gem. The city was founded in the early 15th century and was the first capital of São Miguel. Its rapid growth made it a thriving administrative and commercial center. However, in 1522, a devastating earthquake, followed by a landslide, destroyed much of the city, causing the deaths of thousands of residents. This tragedy led to the transfer of the capital to Ponta Delgada. Despite this setback, Vila Franca do Campo was rebuilt and continued to prosper, demonstrating the resilience of its inhabitants. We visit the parish church of São Miguel Arcanjo, which was rebuilt after the earthquake. We then make brief stops at various viewpoints on the island. In Ribeira Grande, known for its thermal springs, and in Prussum, we observe a raging ocean that generously soaks us, reminding us of the raw power of the Atlantic surrounding the Azores. The Nossa Senhora de Paz Mirador, although shrouded by rain today, promises an exceptional panoramic view of Vila Franca do Campo and the ocean. We also promise to return on a clear day. Our final stop is in Suroca, where we glimpse the fort of Santo António. This 18th century fortification, built to protect the island from pirates, reflects the maritime history of the Azores. Despite the capricious weather, each stop of our day revealed a new aspect of the historical, cultural, and natural richness of São Miguel, fueling our curiosity for future explorations. To end this rainy and misty day, we head back to Ponta Delgada to comfort ourselves with a good meal at a traditional Azorean restaurant. We are warmly welcomed at a Taberna Azul by the friendly owner whose genuine hospitality adds a personal touch to our dining experience. The food was delightful, showcasing the rich flavors of Azorean cuisine. See you tomorrow for new discoveries.